Morning, Daryl. Artist in recovery. And a diary of the griever named John Weaver, which would be me. What's going on, dude? It's 4:38 in the morning Pacific Standard Time. Hell, I'm not even live or awake yet this morning. You kidding me? August 15th, 2023. It's a Tuesday, and college has already started up again, and we're dealing with it. Got your article. I didn't see anything concerning about the Trump yet, but older white men giving up on their life? Yeah, no, it sucks, doesn't it? And then again, I looked at your comments at this point over here. It seems like the maggots are still crawling around with the flies involved. Yeah, suicide sucks. I know, my brother tried it, and he hit rock bottom. He had a gun. Revolvers have a way of jamming sometimes when you least expect it. Two barrels, and he didn't. It didn't hit. I mean, the strikers hit the firing pins. They were struck. My brother was saved by a miracle somehow. Cops found my brother when he was down and out. Took him from the motel room, which had a door blasted. And 3 days in a nut hut. Talked to a shrink who was a former Marine. Got him squared away to where my brother was crawling through the door of our house. My mother and I at the time, well, I was a teenager, going to college during that time, seeing this thing crawling through. He used to be my brother. I threw him out. He came out of the Navy a few years back. Yeah, he was hooked, definitely. He had to go through hell, through purgatory to get to heaven. It's like I'm watching Dante's Inferno in front of me. I'd seen my brother crawl from being a drug addict, an alcoholic, into the strongest force I've seen in recovery. He died 32 years clean and sober. 2018 September. People could try poo-pooing his story left and right, but yeah, they weren't there. I'd seen it. Trust me, you don't want to see people going through that shit. My mother had lost all faith and trust in my brother. He came out of the Navy. He came out of a different person altogether. May have spent about 4 to 6 years in there, but still changed a hell of a lot out of him. Get older, memory goes crazy a little bit, but some things you don't. I don't know about the older white men with the guns trying to give up on life. If they think life sucks and they want to take a gun, yeah, it sucks. We got this disingenuous feeling about these guys thinking, well, they want to take their lives. Go ahead, have fun. All they got to do is stand up to the inquiry and the board up there, and then deal with the book of life at the same time. It's not going to be fun for these guys. Death isn't something you play around with. Death is the finality of life. People down here fight like hell to keep people alive, especially in the ER rooms. And those who've actually been on the other side changed a hell of a lot. My videos, I kept saying the same thing over and over again because it happened to be. I don't care what the hell people say about the damn thing. They weren't there. They didn't go through it. I did. So if they don't like it, I don't give a flying. My language is salty enough. I don't attract advertisers. I don't attract breaks in my videos. I say it as is. They don't like it. I don't give a flying hoot. I've been through it once before. It's not fun. My brother had been through, almost gone through it when he was recovering. The only times he had been nearly dead is when he was having heart attacks, angina attacks, and they had to keep shocking him alive again. It was hard as hell trying to see emergency room people hovering around a brother trying to keep his ass alive. I'm hearing it. It's bad enough walking into an emergency room and seeing a dead corpse who used to be your brother. It changes everything. In regards to the comments they've got in the comment page, that's all they are, is just comments as they are, Daryl. You're telling your story. You got to tell your story the way you tell it. That's how it is. That's how it goes. They don't like it, go to another channel, have fun. They can insult me all they want. I could use a little bit of fun. Some people think that, we're cruel because we're talking about conservative people and they don't have feelings. Well, they're human beings like everybody else. The problem is they're following a maggot at this point over here, and they're solely convinced that he's going to solve everything for them. They got to solve the shit themselves. The problem is they don't want to take accountability, responsibility, or transparency. They blame everybody else, but they can't get their own shit together. They'll blame everybody else in life in general and probably God himself. They want to be faithful to Jesus, but they want to be faithful to guns and misleading people left and right, and claiming it's everyone else's fault, but they never take responsibility, accountability, or transparency. You probably think I'm going to be walking on water. Oh, hell no. Water's already dried up out here. All I walk across is desert sand. That's about it. My feet hurt. I live with a bug war. Let's see if they try to do that one. Bugs all around the damn place. Apartment complex is the only place I know. Everywhere else around the Antelope Valley, booked solid. No openings. Sorry, this is worse than Nazareth. Besides that, I've been saying things on my video, and I don't pull punches. I'm not pulling them back either. But I understand about suicides. Suck. Attempted suicides, not to mention when they're already done. You guys are talking about the older white folks having a damn thing. Well, try having a kid do that to you. Yeah. I went to junior high with a young kid named Jimmy Baker. Had a big older brother, about 2 years older, bully. Every time I kept seeing him at the junior high, and I was 7th grade at the time. Old Jimmy was getting his ass torn apart by his big brother sometimes. A lot of constant ribbing. I'm not quite sure if his older brother actually cared about him or not. The next thing I know, after one particular semester passed by, Jimmy Baker never came back. We heard the announcement from the school principal. He committed suicide. Kids can do that to each other, especially when they get picked on even by their own family. I liked that kid. He was a good friend. Suicide does change people in too many ways. Having the older folks complaining about how life sucks and they want to end it all. The only thing I'm going to be telling these guys is, then why? Why the suicide? Because I can't take it anymore. I'm taking it. I'm surviving at this point. Over here, there's a hell of a lot of shit that I'm looking at right now that I don't like, and I'm still dealing with it. You got a point with it? Well, everything's coming down on me. Why is that? Why are you asking me this question? Because you ain't answering it. I don't have to. I just kill myself. You know, you got the boss man upstairs, and you got a trial, you got a tribunal up there. Not to mention you got the book of life. Now, if your ass ain't written in the book of life, you're screwed, pal. Which means whatever you did down here wasn't enough. It's not the amount; it's the intent, the content, what you had inside, adding to the situation to make the situation maybe just a little bit tolerable for everybody else. It's not all about you. That's the thing which I can't understand about suicides. It's all about them because they think the world's against them. Maybe it is. The world ain't fair. The problem is the world's a bitch. We don't live in a fair society. We don't live in a fair life. But we have to live up to the values that we have been brought up with. For some of those who actually call themselves Christians, and I'm challenging these bastards, you don't follow Christ. It's not the organization that you have to follow. It's the teachings. It's the understanding what they're talking about and the application of them. You want to be a Christian? You walk his life. Humble, contrite, humiliated. You're going to help the next person out, you help him out as best you can. You don't condemn his ass. You don't say that if you follow me, I'll be your friend, but if you don't follow me, I'll be your worst nightmare. And unfortunately, I still have to live with that one there too. Because I have to be reminded on a constant basis that I'm not a true Christian either. I'm just as screwed up politically at this point over here, which screws up my empathy towards everybody, including the white older men who are committing suicide because they can't stand life right now. Now, there may be other circumstances beyond it that may be the cause of it or the effect of it. Maybe they are financially down. Maybe they can't deal with life on any other level and they think death is the only way out. It's too damn permanent, especially the way that you leave it. About a week and a half ago, we already had a guy who we thought committed suicide, but actually it was a tragic accident. Guy was running away from people in our community. I don't know if these guys are punks or not. He got his foot stuck in the rail, couldn't get it out in time, and then train got him. The other assholes disappeared. But there had been people talking about this one, and there had been an investigation on it, and they're still talking about it in the courts on this one. There had been suicides out here by train. And some of them actually didn't leave a message saying, I'm so damn despondent, I'm going to kill myself, the world sucks. I know the world sucks. Sometimes I wake it up and it sucks. But the world is the world. We have a lot of people having conniption fits left and right, trying to deal with it on their own way without being compassionate or human to the next person. And yeah, we are tribal. We've been tribal for a hell of a long while. We had classified ourselves a long time ago as either by religion, by race, by creed, by tribes, by skin color, by voice, by something. We've always been segregationists. If they weren't us, they're them. Our history shows it. Our history proves it. The problem is, it's still our own choice to fix this. Each individual has the choice. It's not the right. They have the choice to think differently, to be different, to be other than programmed, other than being a 0 and 1. We're already screwing ourselves up with our programmed marketing strategies out there, one way or another form or another, that changes us a great deal. We're going to be like this because we don't like them. Here's an example. Literature is a way of expressing this, either by comics or by books or by whatever kind of form that we have. But we are showing ourselves in different lights left and right. Aldous Huxley, Brave New World. Human beings produced in test tubes, programmed by the DNA to be this class or this class or this class or that class. You're either a servitude or you're an elite. And even in the system here, we look at the other people who are outside of their norms. It's so tribal. It's primitive next to us. But we take soma. We take drugs to feel good. Don't we feel good about ourselves? We need this drug to feel so good and wonderful. But we are segregationists. We are alpha. We are betas. We are deltas. You're just a gamma. Or you're just worthless. Hell of a way to look at ourselves in those days. But you know, they predicted it a hell of a lot more. We are addicted to our damn drugs. We want drugs to make us feel better, to fix us like crazy. With the side effects left and right ready to kill us. But then again, I'm putting my own personal opinion and my own personal spin on this one here. We also have people having political opinions about this person how to be treated as God and the other people how to be treated like dirt. But when I keep seeing this person being treated as God, I think of it as a cult figure. An elected figure that people view as the man of God. And they say, well, religion got to be put back into politics. The United States Constitution forbids that in the first place, and they had a damn good reason when it was created. And if people actually studied the fucking history in the first place, maybe you wouldn't be so damn screwed up in the first place. But you want to rewrite history. Slavery's good. Slavery's fine. Gives you job skills. Even though you get whipped and killed, lynched, chased, chained up. It's no wonder some of the slaves were fighting against the South during those days. They wanted freedom, damn it. But change the law, but change the viewpoints around, why don't you? You got job skills. Assholes. But it wasn't, slavery wasn't just the issue. We also had this thing called manifest destiny going on through our damn genetics. Our European genetic system. We had to conquer anything and everything. But it went beyond Europe. We already had that damn thing while we were growing up. Passed down from generation to generation, from genetics to genetics to genetics. We had to conquer. We had to be better than everybody else. We got history recording this damn thing all the time. If you guys want to look at your Christian Gospels on us, look at the Old Testament. They were talking about it. Until we get more history documented, until we get more facts to prove it up, we have to deal with our own religious material that we have. Why were the Israelites being persecuted and tortured and driven into slavery by the Egyptians? Why did the Roman Empire become so damn powerful? Why did the Persians go crazy on us? You had groups of people trying to over-dominate everybody, left and right. Ego, power, control. You talking about tribalism right now? Give me a frickin' break. Study your damn history. Understand how humanity evolved. Ignorant bastards. Yeah, I got a problem with people who don't read. I got a problem. I got a problem with people who choose not to read. They make the damn choice. They blame everybody else, but they make the damn choice themselves. You're going to be desperate enough to understand things. You got to be desperate enough to learn things and accept it. If you have to, challenge the damn thing. Find the proof to challenge it. Not just say, oh, it's out there, it's out there. No, I want you to challenge the damn thing. You're going to be bitching and griping about tribalism. Prove the damn thing exists. Thing is, we're all tribalists. We're all us versus them. We all got this moral survivability thing going on inside of ourselves. We have to be us versus them. As far as I'm concerned, you guys are still having your heads still stuck in the sand without understanding a damn thing. And here's another thing. Science plays a key in this damn thing, but people keep forgetting about the damn shit in the first place. And I keep bringing up this experiment. So let's try this again, shall we? Crystal pyramid. White light shining on a damn thing. You want to see an example of it? An artistic expression? Pink Floyd. Dark Side of the Moon. You get the prism, and then you got the rainbow coming after it. Scares you, didn't it? The rainbow, because there's different perspectives. Doesn't it? Good. Because each of them are different perspectives, different viewpoints of the same damn topic. We each have our own little truths. We each have our own little way of looking at the damn thing. But until we're all combined looking at the same damn thing, we're separate wavelengths. Science keeps proving this. Oh, I'm sorry. That's something you have to learn, isn't it? Open up a book for that one. My God, it's scary. Yeah, I got a problem with people who don't read. I got a problem with people who don't want to learn. I'm 57 years old, folks. I'm too damn young for other people, and I'm much of an old fart for others. I'm just in the middle. I've seen too much crap. I've heard too much crap. I've experienced too much crap. But then again, we get older, we get more experience in the damn shit. Try this one. I screwed up college a couple of years. Right after I got out of high school. I didn't complete it. I didn't do what I was supposed to do, and I got kicked out. Basically a community college. I didn't have what it takes during that time. Over 30 plus years and a lot of mileage, a lot of scars, a lot of emotional baggage. I'm back in the college system, learning stuff and relearning more stuff, learning new stuff. I have to keep my head open. I have to keep my mouth shut on some occasions. I have to understand what's going on around me. I need the context. I need the perspective. I already got the mileage. I'm looking at all these young kids coming in each semester as I get older. I'm learning more and more. I've been in a community college for about several years already, off and on. I love it. I'm learning new stuff that I should have learned a long time ago, but didn't. Besides some of the stuff I'm seeing today, they didn't have back then. I'm not talking about technology. I'm talking about new data. I'm talking about new facts and figures that pops out that have already been verified. But we call it fake news, don't we? It's all fake, isn't it? Your opinion, my opinion. Doesn't mean I'm right. Doesn't mean you're wrong. Or vice versa. Or does it? Prove me wrong. You got facts, you got figures, you got data. Don't tell me it's out there. Bullshit. Bring it here. Bring it now. You got the comments, you got the links. Show your data. Prove me wrong.